Welcome, champions. Today's video is not just any ordinary video. It's something that could truly transform your life. We're talking about a topic that can change your career, your income, your self-respect, and your entire life. Think about it for a second. Have you ever noticed that when someone communicates well, when they speak with power, clarity, and charm, they get better jobs, earn higher salaries, attract better opportunities, and command respect wherever they go, whether it's in the office, at a party, or in any room they enter? Sometimes, we meet very ordinary-looking people. Not movie stars, not billionaires, not famous, just simple people. But when they start speaking, we feel something different. Their words have weight, their presence feels magnetic, and we enjoy talking to them. We feel good around them and want to meet them again and again. Why? Because communication is the real superpower. Communication is the real beauty. Now, listen carefully. If you want to have a strong personality, a personality that people admire, respect, and remember, you must understand one golden mantra: speak good, speak well, speak clearly. What does that mean? It means that when you open your mouth, your words should have a purpose, be arranged beautifully, and be as clear as crystal. You should think before you speak and organize what you want to say. Remember, a clear mind plus clear words equals a powerful personality. In this video, I will give you 10 solid tips that are practical, actionable, and easy to practice. These are not boring theories. These are real techniques that will bring you real results. I promise, if you stay with me till the end and practice what I am about to share, your communication skills will change forever. 100% guaranteed. And guess what? Watching this video will not only improve your communication skills, but it will also help you improve your English listening and speaking at the same time. So, make sure you watch till the end. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing content like this. Let's begin. Let's transform. Tip 1: say without saying. This is very powerful and very few people know about it. According to psychology, people form their first impression about you in just 7 seconds. Yes, only 7 seconds. Before you even open your mouth properly, people have already decided 70% about you. Whether you are confident, intelligent, likable, trustworthy, or not. How crazy is that? So, what does it mean? It means you are speaking even when you are not speaking. Your body language, facial expression, eye contact, smile, posture, and energy are all already communicating a powerful message. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine 2 candidates sitting in a job interview waiting room. Both have the same degree and skills. One candidate is slouched, looking at his phone, bored and tired. The other is sitting straight, shoulders relaxed, with a gentle smile and calm, positive energy. Who do you think the interviewer will like more, even before asking the first question? Of course, the second candidate, because his non-verbal communication already says, I am confident. I am professional. I respect myself and others. Your body speaks louder than your words. Always remember, walk into a room with confidence, even if you're scared inside. Smile naturally, gentle and warm, not fake. Keep your back straight, it shows strength. Make eye contact, it shows honesty and connection. Avoid fidgeting or playing with your hands, as it shows nervousness. Master this 7-second rule, and you will win half the battle before you even speak, because people feel your energy first, then they listen to your words. Tip 2: Storytelling. If you want to capture hearts, inspire minds, and stay memorable, you need to master the art of storytelling. Storytelling is the king of communication. Why? Because facts tell, but stories sell. When you tell a story, people listen naturally, connect emotionally, and remember it for a long time. For example, if you want to teach someone the importance of hard work, you could simply say, "Hard work is important." Boring and forgettable. Or you could tell them a short story. Let me tell you about a boy named Sam. Sam came from a small village with no electricity or internet, but every night, he studied under a street light because he had a dream to become a doctor. People laughed at him, but 10 years later, Sam saved the lives of the same people who once mocked him. Which one will touch the heart more? Which one will stay in memory longer? Of course, the story. That's the power of storytelling in any situation. Whether you are giving a speech, in a meeting, teaching something, or just making a point in a conversation. Use stories, real-life examples, and paint a picture in the listener's mind, because human brains are wired for stories. Since ancient times, people have shared wisdom through stories around campfires. Remember? Make your story short but emotional. Add a little struggle, a little victory. Make the listener see themselves in the story. If you become a good storyteller, people will love talking to you, listening to you, and learning from you. You will become unforgettable. Tip 3: Empathy. If you want to become a master communicator, if you want people to trust you, like you, and open up to you, you must develop one magical quality: empathy. Empathy means feeling what others feel. It's the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and listen with your heart, not just your ears. Why is empathy important for communication? Because when people feel that you truly understand them, they feel safe around you, trust you, respect you, and open their hearts to you. Without empathy, communication becomes dry, cold, and meaningless. For example, imagine you are telling your friend about a problem at work. You are stressed and feel alone. One friend listens and immediately says, "Oh, don't worry. It's nothing. Just forget it." He didn't really listen or care. But another friend looks at you carefully, listens patiently, nods gently, and says, "I can see how stressful it must be for you. It's really tough to feel like that at work. You're not alone, and I'm here if you want to talk more." Whom would you feel closer to? Whom would you trust more? Of course, the second friend, because empathy creates connection. How can you show empathy while communicating? Listen actively. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Acknowledge their feelings. You don't always have to fix their problem. Just show you understand. Use words that show understanding, like, "I can imagine how that feels," or, "It sounds like you're going through a lot. Thank you for sharing that with me." Be present, put away distractions, and give them your full attention. In sales, leadership, and relationships, the people who succeed the most are not the ones who talk the most, but the ones who listen with empathy. When you make someone feel understood, you win their heart forever. Tip 4: The sweetest sound. One of the greatest secrets of powerful communication was beautifully said by Dale Carnegie, the famous author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. A person's name is to that person the sweetest sound in any language. When you use someone's name correctly during a conversation, you instantly make them feel special, seen, and important. A name is not just a word, it is a person's identity, their childhood memories, their family's voice, their sense of self. When you say someone's name warmly, you are touching their soul, not just their ears. Imagine walking into a busy Starbucks. There's music playing, people chatting, the smell of fresh coffee everywhere. You order your drink and say, "Hi, I'll have a caramel macchiato. Name's Daniel." The cashier smiles and notes it down. 5 minutes later, you're standing near the counter with 10 other people waiting. The barista looks around, holds up the cup, and calls out, "Caramel macchiato for Daniel." "Have an awesome day, Daniel." At that moment, you feel a little spark. You're not just an order number or another face, you feel seen and remembered. It's such a small thing, just your name, but it makes the experience feel personal, friendly, and positive. You might even smile back and think, "I like coming here. These people are nice." That's the hidden magic. In business meetings, friendships, and interviews, when you use someone's name genuinely, they feel important and connected. Once people feel connected to you, opportunities, trust, and success naturally follow. Use names naturally. Not every 2 sentences, but when greeting, making a point, and closing a conversation, with warmth, not force. In a world where everyone wants attention, simply remembering and using someone's name makes you unforgettable. Tip 5: Emotional intelligence. This tip is life-changing. If you truly master this, you will rise higher in relationships, business, leadership, everywhere. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, and understand and influence the emotions of others. The most powerful part of emotional intelligence is learning to respond, not react. Reacting is automatic, emotional, and impulsive. Responding is thoughtful, calm, and intelligent. Imagine you are in a meeting and someone criticizes your idea publicly. If you react, you get angry, your face turns red, and you say something rude. Now you look bad, emotional, and unprofessional. But if you respond, you stay calm, take a deep breath, and say, "Thank you for your feedback. I'll think more about it, and maybe we can discuss improvements together." You look strong, mature, and win respect. You build bridges instead of walls. At home, if your partner says something hurtful in an argument, you feel hurt and angry. If you react immediately, you scream and say hurtful things too, making the fight worse. But if you take a breath, stay silent for a few seconds, and then say calmly, "I'm feeling hurt right now. Let's talk when we both feel calmer." You are protecting your relationship and being wise, not weak. To build emotional intelligence and learn to respond, not react, pause before you speak, always. Even 3 seconds can change everything. Name your emotion. Are you feeling angry, sad, insecure? Label it. Ask yourself, what is the best way to respond that serves the situation? Remember your bigger goal. Winning a moment's argument is useless if you lose a relationship. Leaders, great speakers, and excellent communicators are all emotionally intelligent. They stay calm under pressure, choose their words carefully, and stay centered even when storms are around them. Emotional intelligence equals inner strength plus outer influence. Tip 6: Echoing technique. If you want to become an unforgettable communicator, you must master the art of echoing. Echoing means you repeat a small part of what the other person just said in a natural, warm way. This shows the other person that you are truly listening, care about what they are saying, and are inviting them to share more. It makes the speaker feel understood and encourages them to open up even deeper. For example, your friend says, "I've been feeling very stressed at work lately." You reply by echoing, "Stressed at work." You're not giving advice, just reflecting their feeling back, inviting them to continue. The conversation deepens naturally. Or, your colleague says, "I finally finished the project after 3 months." You echo, 3 months. That sounds like a massive project. The person will feel encouraged to share more. You just made them feel valued and important, all by using the simple magic of echoing. Don't repeat everything, just a keyword or emotion, and use a warm, curious tone, not mechanical. In negotiations, sales, and conflict resolution, echoing is a hidden superpower. When someone feels you are truly understanding them, they become much more willing to cooperate. Tip 7. Voice modulation. You can have the best words in the world, but if your voice is flat, dull, or robotic, people will lose interest. Your voice is your music. Voice modulation means controlling the pitch L high or low, pace S fast or slow, and pauses L's silent gaps, while speaking to make your communication alive and magnetic. Pitch is the height of your voice. If you always speak high-pitched, you sound anxious or irritating. If you always speak low-pitched, you sound boring and sleepy. Great communicators vary their pitch naturally, going higher when excited and lower when serious. Pace is how fast or slow you speak. If you speak too fast, people feel stressed, too slow, and people feel sleepy. Change your speed based on your message. Use a fast pace for excitement and a slow pace for serious points. Pauses are a short moment of silence. Pausing after a key point makes people absorb your words, feel suspense, and respect your message. For example, sometimes the smallest decisions change your entire life. Those pauses create depth and pull the audience in. Top TED Talk speakers master voice modulation. They sound like they are singing a story, not reading a boring script. If you master your voice, you master people's hearts. Tip 8. Broken record technique. Have you ever faced someone who won't take no for an answer, tries to argue endlessly, or pushes you into uncomfortable situations? In such cases, one of the most powerful communication techniques is the broken record technique. This means you calmly repeat your main point again and again without getting emotional until the other person understands you are serious. Just like an old broken record. This technique is powerful because it shows firmness without aggression, protects your boundaries, and forces the other person to respect your decision. Repeat calmly, without anger or sarcasm. For example, someone keeps pushing you to drink alcohol at a party. You calmly say, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." If they persist, you repeat, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." After 2 or 3 times, they will give up because you didn't argue, explain, or justify. You stood your ground calmly. In business negotiation, if a client demands extra services without extra payment, you simply repeat, "Would love to help, but that would require an additional fee." No arguing, no justifying, just calm, professional repetition. Over time, people respect you even more because you stay professional, confident, and in control. Tip 9. Humor. Humor is not just about telling jokes. It's about bringing lightness, warmth, and human connection into your conversations. Humor breaks tension, makes people feel comfortable, creates instant bonding, shows you are approachable, and makes your words stick in their memory longer. If you can make people smile, you can make people trust you, and trust is the foundation of all powerful communication. But humor doesn't mean becoming a clown or making fun of others. It's about being light, relatable, and sometimes laughing at yourself. For example, in a serious job interview, if asked about a time you made a mistake, you could lightly smile and say, "Only one mistake. Because I have a whole collection," and then move into your real answer. The interviewer relaxes, smiles, and remembers you. Humor created connection. In a tough negotiation, if everyone is drinking black coffee, you could say, "Looking at all this coffee, I'm guessing we're negotiating caffeine rights today, too." People laugh, tension melts, and the room softens. When people relax, they become more open, less defensive, and more willing to listen. Humor disarms tension. When giving a speech about teamwork, you could say, "They say teamwork makes the dream work, unless the dream is to take a long nap, in which case I work better alone." People laugh and immediately connect to you. Your speech becomes memorable because you weren't just lecturing. You were sharing and relating. Use humor the right way. Be self-deprecating. Make small jokes about yourself, not others. Be situational. Notice funny things around you. Be natural, not forced, and never insult anyone. People who laugh with you trust you, and people who trust you follow you. When you use humor smartly, you become unforgettable. Tip 10: Vulnerability. Vulnerability means being honest, open, and real about your feelings, experiences, and mistakes without pretending to be perfect. Many people think vulnerability is weakness, but in reality, it is your greatest strength. When you show your real self, people trust you, connect with you, and respect you even more. Everyone is fighting a silent battle inside, and when they see your honesty, they feel less alone. Vulnerability is the bridge that connects two hearts. It builds instant trust. When you are open, others feel safe to be open too. It makes you relatable. Nobody is perfect, and when you show your struggles, people feel, "You are just like me." It shows confidence. Only a strong person can admit their flaws without fear. It creates deep emotional impact. When you share your pain, dreams, or lessons, it touches the listener's heart. When people feel your emotions, they remember you forever. But vulnerability is not oversharing everything about your life, crying in every conversation, or talking only about your problems. Vulnerability means sharing the right real story at the right time in the right way to create connection, not pity. For example, if you are giving a motivational talk, you could stand tall and say, "I have always been successful. Life is amazing." And people would admire you for 5 minutes, but they won't connect deeply. Or you could begin like this: "5 years ago, I was completely broken. I had just lost my job. My bank account was empty. Every morning, I woke up feeling useless. One day, I sat alone in my tiny kitchen looking at a packet of instant noodles, and I realized that was all I could afford for dinner. I thought, is this what my life has become?" But that night, something inside me decided this is not the end. This is the beginning. Slowly, step by step, I started rebuilding my life. Today, I stand here not because I never fell, but because I learned how to stand up after falling again and again. What happens after you share this? The audience leans forward. Some have tears in their eyes. Some nod silently, feeling your pain. Some smile, feeling hope inside them. They will never forget you because they saw themselves in your story. You didn't come across as a superhero. You came across as a warrior. And people admire warriors, not superheroes. Here's a simple step-by-step guide to using vulnerability smartly. 1. Choose a real moment from your life. Struggle, fear, or failure. 2. Be honest, but keep it short and meaningful. 3. Focus on the lesson, not just the pain. 4. Share it naturally like you're telling a trusted friend. 5. End with hope. Show how you overcame it. Remember this: walls keep people out. Vulnerability invites people in. When you dare to be vulnerable, you don't just talk to people's minds, you touch their souls. And touching souls is what makes communication powerful, unforgettable, and viral. Real communication is not mind to mind. It's heart to heart. And only vulnerability can open that door. Communication isn't about impressing others with your words. It's about connecting with them on a deeper level. It's about building trust, understanding, and creating powerful bonds that last. You don't need to be perfect to communicate well. You just need to be authentic, present, and real. So, practice these 10 tips every single day, and soon you'll not only change how you speak, you'll change how people feel when they listen to you. And that, my friend, is true power. Your words will no longer just be words. They will be inspiring, impactful, and memorable. If you apply these tips, I'm confident you'll see the results in your career, in your relationships, and in your self-confidence. And always remember, communication isn't just about what you say, but how you make others feel when they hear you. So go ahead, speak with clarity, speak with confidence, and most importantly, speak with your heart. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing tips on how to master communication and make every conversation count. Now go out there and speak your truth, because the world is waiting to hear it.